could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. You check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. Could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. You could try.
And I'm bored. I got the basketball game, watched a little March Madness. We got a little food. Your boy's sitting here getting better. I'll be all right by tomorrow. But it's funny, like, YouTube is entertainment, right? It's entertaining. That's why a lot of people watch. We want to learn something or we want to be entertained. That's why people come to YouTube. Everybody knows this. And tonight I'm bored. I got the basketball game, watched a little March Madness. We got a little food with the fam. Girls are getting ready to go to bed. I'm just, scrolling YouTube. There are a lot of locales. If you don't know what a local is, LOLCOWS on the internet. And it's funny. And there's also a lot of people that just are so stupid. It just makes me laugh. It's funny. It's good entertainment for my Friday night. I'll be back at it tomorrow. I'll be good. Just needed to get the rest of the sickness out of me. Y'all have a great weekend, man.
The more they're gonna use you. It's just like the fake gig news channel. That bullshit. He's the biggest Karen. To be honest with you, he's the biggest Karen of all of them. He just goes under the guise that he's the gig news channel, and he's all up in everybody's business. And then I saw his little live stream complaining that he was doxxed and all this other bullshit. What do you expect? Get out of other people's business, and motherfuckers wouldn't be all up in yours. That's the problem. You all up in everybody's business. Stay out of their business, and they won't be in your business. So you can't cry about it. At the end of the day, you can't really cry about it. If you're the one all up in everybody's business, they're going to sooner or later involve themselves in your business. It's just common fucking sense.
Pedro, go. No, you put me in my place? That's what you're saying online? You put me in my place? That's what you're saying? What you want to do, dog? You think you know what opportunist? Stop playing with me, dog! Stop it! You know you don't want to fucking fight me, dog! What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Glad you guys watched those 3 videos. You see, those are my 3 backup singers. You guys are watching the hot seat. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to be doing this hot seat a couple times a month. We're going to be debunking bogus statements. We're going to bring real things to reality and go over some of the other things. A little bit different from Hollywood Gig News, because on the hot seat, we will be talking about everything that goes on out there. This also will be put on the Hot Facts with Robert Reese podcast. But you saw all 3. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got a great one. And also, I want to let you guys know that we have done it here on Hot Facts. Okay, we have done it, ladies and gentlemen. The first content creator in the gig world with a docu-drama series. And I want to thank some of my associates and backup singers, the Hotettes. I want to thank the Hotettes. I want to thank No Bumper TV for signing up voluntarily to be a Hotette. And Pedro has already volunteered to be a Hotette, and he's been going back and forth with it. But for this series, he signed on, and he is all the way in there. And also, you know, we have Hotette Real Talk with Roy. He's also a Hotette. He comes in, he's cool one day, and then all of a sudden, you bring up something that's real, and then he turns on you and he says a bunch of stuff. But the 3 Hotettes, I want to thank you guys, okay? Because this is, this right here is good. I want everybody else to know, along with the new docu-drama series, The King of St. Louis, starring Pedro Dordan Santiago, No Bumper TV, GDA, The Grimiest Dasher Alive, also known as The Gig Machine, and the leading news source in the docu-drama series, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. That's how that docu-drama series has come into place. Every single episode is titled in the title, so you can catch up and get it in. We're going to have another part of that because of some things Pedro did yesterday on Torps, and No Bumper. We're going to add into that and see what happens on Sunday and everything else to add into the next part of the series. But as of right now, it is a 7-part series to get you guys all caught up on what's going on. I'm going to start doing a docu-series on many people that I am covering. We already have one docu-series done that I did not title it, but I did put up in my community post. It's called Don't Cry Wolf. You see Jussie Smollett, Real Talk with Roy. That breaks down the whole getting documented and doxxed by people on the internet that gets you fired. I was involved with that. They were blaming me and everything, but that is a full video of that docu-series right there, all in one video. So I'm going to have a playlist for the docu-series so I can be the first gay content creator with a docu-drama series that people can actually go ahead and watch. Like if you're going on Netflix, you watch The Office, you watch things like that. I'm going to have these docu-series set on up so that you can watch your people go back and forth in their little war that they got and entertain yourself with that. So we got that going on. I didn't think I was going to be the first one to have the actual docu-series. I thought it was going to be the DoorDash Revolution. We are all still waiting on he said he's doing a review and he's doing a documentary book on everyone in the gig world. I thought it would have been done by him first. We're still waiting on that series there. So hopefully this will inspire that series to, let's move on now, because I want to see my part in that series also. When you're doing a series on everybody else, I want to see my part in a series where someone actually has done their research, done everything, bring up the clips and bring up and actually do the part. I want to see how he does Hot Facts with Robert Reese. I want to see how he does Pedro Dordan Santiago. He said he has a part on the Full Lounge. He said he has one on separate channels out there. So hopefully that series does come out relatively soon for 2024. But as of now, people, we have the first docu-drama series titled The King of St. Louis, featuring the 2 stars,
the main actors, the two stars, Pedro DoorDash Santiago and No Bumper TV. So we got that, and I want to thank them for being part of the Hot Ets because it makes the show more hot. Thank you guys so much. And I'm gonna bring up something with Mr. Flex a little later. He actually, and we'll make our own decision on who did what first. Okay, we'll make our own decision on who did what first. But I want to get into and before I start, big shout out to you guys used to know him as, the amazing hustler, rideshare hustler. Dennis is up there with his full name. I was on his panel last night. We were speaking about social issues. We were speaking about black issues. We were speaking about crime in the U.S., crime in different neighborhoods, areas. I was on there for about an hour. He said he's going to put it up on his channel there. Told me go ahead, take any clips I want to go ahead, put them up. So go ahead, check out, formerly known as The Amazing Hustler. If you type up The Amazing Hustler, you'll see his brand new channel pop right on up there. We were on there speaking about some great things. And also, he's going to be over here. We're working on something where I'm going to have him on as a panel with, and I also have to get in contact with the Dashing Investor. We're going to speak about business and things like that. So it's not going to be about the gig world. It's going to be about business, growing, strategizing, different things that can impact you, a little bit of some social issues, things like that. So we're going to get that in. The Amazing Hustler, Dennis, he's doing his thing right now with everything he has, and he has already agreed. So we're going to go ahead and get that in. That's going to be a great show right there. So I just got to get in contact with the Dashing Investor, because you guys do know that he flips houses and everything else there. So it'll be a great show, great topics to go over with people that can actually articulate what they're saying without dropping 4-letter words almost every other word. So that's going to be great right there. So I want to start off with who should I start off with first? I'll start off with Pedro DoorDash Santiago. I'll start off with Pedro DoorDash Santiago first, people. He put up the video, and I showed it here not too long ago. I invited him to come watch Torp live because I was going to be on there, and also No Bumper TV. They both came. No Bumper was completely disrespectful, not even greeting the host, just going in, telling everyone to go sub to his channel. All that rah-rah, hoopla stuff, G, that can work as far as your game and gimmick on you want people to think you're a big, tough guy. But when it comes down to business and respect, you just don't do that. You don't go into no one's house and just open their fridge. Hannibal Was Hungry did this with me also, and he got put in his place. Okay? Hannibal Is Hungry got put in his place for coming in, disrupting my live, doing all that same stuff. Pedro got put in his place doing that with UDM and many other people. Dude, don't do that, G. That's not something you want to do. That is completely disrespectful. But Pedro was in there, and we all know that in the docu-series, The King of St. Louis, there is a part that happened that I brought up in my video about if Pedro is going to need to get a restraining order because of everything. After that, I went on to Real Talk with Roy, and Pedro DoorDash Santiago clicked on the link. I asked him those exact same questions. There was no rah-rah, pump up my chest. You guys are all this, because if it was all that, you wouldn't have been watching Torp when I invited you. So you know you have to watch that. Torp is not monetized. It's got 2,000 subs. You almost got 8,000. Fan has more than you, though. You almost have 80,000, and you say things are beneath you, but you have to go to Torp to go watch what I said. So let's go ahead and check that all the way, nip that all the way there. So on Real Talk with Roy, you were not coming with the aggression and this locale and everything else there. Pedro said, I'm making up BS, lying, saying that I never said I was going to call the police. Well, let me reiterate so everyone can understand exactly what I meant by that. I already said, is he going to have to get a restraining order because of what happened inside of that pizza parlor? And if it happens in another restaurant, Pedro's, I said, do you think it's gonna escalate? Immediately he said no. After the other restaurants, he said no. Then he goes on the very next day on when he issued his challenge for the gig challenge with no bumper TV. Okay. And by the way, throughout all this process, Pedro has not been sick, coughing on camera, or doing any of that. But in the locale video, he said he had to get over his sickness, and all this is entertainment, which is why people, from the news source and in the docu-series, that's why it's called a drama, and they are the lead actors. But Pedro DoorDash Santiago, he said this, I'm not gonna fight. That's not what I do. I have sponsorships. I'm doing this and that. He has an image. He doesn't want people to see all this stuff because he can lose everything. Okay. Here's how you know someone will call the police because they'll lose everything. He said that if it happened, like how it did, and he has to defend himself, he will defend himself. I agree with that. You will defend yourself. You said you will defend yourself. I said you should defend yourself. Ain't no one got nothing wrong with that right there. Now, here is where it gets a little tricky. He brought it up again about the escalation, and he said, I have a daughter, I have a girlfriend, and I'll do anything I can to protect them. Well, if he runs up on you, they're not going to be there, so you're not going to be protecting them. Now, when he was actively going around looking for your home, and you were doxxed, and someone was in the chat who doxxed you was in that same chat there, if he's actively looking for you and he pulls up to your house and he's screaming like that out loud, guarantee you're not going to come outside. And there is a video where you showed that fire of the car burning up outside your house. All you have to do is go watch that video and know exactly what street you live on. You better take that video down. You did that, remember? But if he goes to your house and starts screaming, Pedro, you little lightweight, bring your bitch ass outside, I guarantee your girlfriend is going to start saying, call the police, because your daughter is going to be crying, and your girlfriend is going to say, call the police. This is the same guy that ran up on you in the restaurant and did all that. Call the police. Guarantee if you say no, she's already calling on her phone. The police, they're going to come. You also said you'll do anything to protect not only you, but them too. So if they are around you and someone is acting, savage like that, I guarantee you call the police, because you said you'll have to do what you have to do. That's what that means. And if that does not mean what it means, and you're saying that you'll let yourself get beat up and potentially your girlfriend get snatched up like Brutus does Popeye and olive oil, if you are willing to risk that, knowing you cannot take this man, and willing to have your daughter look at some stuff in person, if this dude wants to take it there, then that's all on you. But we also know that that's why you will call the police. I guarantee if you ask Hannibal, Rideshare Rodeo, ask the Amazing Hustler, Dennis, he already said he would call the police. He said we need more people to be like Charleston White and call the police. He said snitching is not bad. If someone's going to come at your family, Pedro, and I guarantee any of your sponsors will talk to you, Pedro, and say, have you called the police? I'm pretty sure some of them are going to get a whiff of this and ask you, is everything okay? Do you need us to do anything? Whenever a sponsor asks that and they are paying you, they want to call the police for you also. So don't get up there on Torp and saying that you never mentioned that or referenced it. That's exactly what you did. And that's why I brought it up on my video before I even asked you the question to your face, when you were not doing all that rah-rah hoopla stuff and pumping your chest on out. I'm the person that asked you that, and it was for that reason. And when you did that video, you fully vouched on what I was saying and putting it there, that if it got to a certain point, you were going to have to do what you got to do. You said that in that video when you were offering your challenge. So we gotta stop pretending that you are this big tough guy and all this and that. You're a businessman. You got a lot going on. You're gonna call the police. That's what you're gonna do. So stop with the rah-rah hoopla. What did old boy say in the 8 Mile? I hear a word you say. Hoopla. He said that to Lotto. And he also told Lotto, he said, pay attention. You're saying the same thing he said, meathead. He also said that. So, Pedro, I just got to tell you, what's this right here? Popeye getting pressed. Yeah, getting pressed up at the crib. You on the hot seat now, Pedro, the hot seat. That's why your picture is up there. You got to start thinking a little bit better. And we all know that this is pretty much going to be scripted. No Bumper TV is asking what type of challenge should he bring up to even do with Pedro. So it's all this and this and that. It is all that, people. And Pedro, I guarantee you are going to call the police if it gets kicked up to that point. So stop walking around and acting like you are so big, bad, and tough, and acting like you were sick. No one heard you being sick on Real Talk with Roy. No one heard you being sick doing these videos. No one heard you being sick when you were letting everyone know that you were doxxed, and I'm the person that let you know. So go ahead and let them know that I'm the source that let you know. Okay? You were doxxed. You didn't have all that then. You're trying to, are they? Why'd they do it? Those are questions you got to ask them. Now, I'm going to show you the video he just did the locale, and we're going to get into Real Talk with Roy. He said, I'm a Karen and everything. We're going to get into this because he was also documented, and we're going to hear what he thinks on if you get documented, why it's okay. So we're going to do that. But first, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys see Pedro DoorDash Santiago and let you hear what he did on the locale video. You're right.
And I'm bored. I got the basketball game, watched a little March Madness. We got a little food. Your boy's sitting here getting better. I'll be all right by tomorrow. But it's funny, like, YouTube is entertainment, right? It's entertaining. That's why a lot of people watch. We want to learn something or we want to be entertained. That's why people come to YouTube. Everybody knows this. And tonight I'm bored. I got the basketball game, watched a little March Madness. We got a little food with the fam. Girls are getting ready to go to bed. I'm just, scrolling YouTube. There are a lot of locales. If you don't know what a locale is, LOLCOWS on the internet. And it's funny. And there's also a lot of people that just are so stupid. It just makes me laugh. It's funny. It's good entertainment for my Friday night. I'll be back at it tomorrow. I'll be good. Just needed to get the rest of the sickness out of me. Y'all have a great weekend, man.
All right, now. You guys see how, I'm sick to get this sickness out. And then you hear him say, it's entertainment, and then try to like bust up laughing at the end. Pedro, stop it, man. Your acting skills are as bad as Roy's. Come on now. And I think when they were asking who gets the acting awards for everything else, who gets the award, you get, I'll give you this. You get best supporting cast. Okay. You get best supporting cast. Okay. Leading supporting actress. You get that role there. No Bumper gets his role there. And also, Pedro, you also get an award for being one of the best backup dancers and vocal singers for the Hotettes. So I want to thank you for being part of the Hotettes. So you're a big actor. You are a big actor. Now we're going to get into Real Talk with Roy. Let's go ahead and get right into this. Let's go ahead and nip this in the bud. Oh, well, first of all, let me give you a little history about why Roy is feeling like this. I did a video about the tipping culture, and I showed in Korea what they think when they were with an American in Korea about tipping and everything. And they said everything before service. I have a video that everybody knows, the most outrageous delivery drivers caught on tape, volume 1 and volume 2. There's multiple delivery drivers in there. Roy is not the only one. Side Hustle Addict doesn't even trip that I have them on both of them. Roy's only in one. But what happened was I played the first 4 videos from a 16-minute video. I played the first 4 clips because all of them were different that went along with service and tipping before the service is done. Roy's happened to be up there. Everyone else that was watching it don't even know who Roy is. So when they were watching it for the first time, they don't know who he is. So we don't know why he's getting mad. But he's the one that shot that film himself, laughing in there, doing all that, and told them, you want to see some whatever, and then said, now go back to watch your live. He staged that and did all of that. Now, I put it up in my video as one of the 4 because it goes in order from Van to Roy to the gentleman eating the black dude's wings to the delivery driver who drove up, dropped it off, then pulled back up to take it and run with the food after he got tipped. Then right after that was the order with, it was 5. The order with someone ordered food for the 2 teenagers and they didn't order it, and the driver went off on them about not getting a tip, and it wasn't even them. So Roy was part of that group in the first 5 in the video. I don't touch anything. All I did was screen record from the beginning to the end of the 5th, and I put it in. Now, I have never taken that video down off of YouTube. It's been up there. Roy has never said nothing. He first starts saying stuff. Well, why? Well, why me? Well, you're not excluded if you did a dumbass thing. You are known. First of all, here's another thing. Why the service thing up? I didn't bring up you punching the car while having a passenger in the lift, and then you did that. So you're a hothead, and most people, don't want to tip people who are hotheads like that. So it all goes in. But all the way up until now, you've had me on. You said we're cordial and stuff up there, and you ain't been bringing up your video because it's already out there. It's not going away. So for you to get butthurt about that, that's all you. Now, that's why he feels like what I'm going to play for you guys right now. So I did a live stream with George for cyberbullying. Okay. George wanted to do it. And we were supposed to be doing this a while ago with the Revolution. The Revolution backed out because he did not want to work with me. So he backed out of it. So we had to get it in because George had an incident that happened twice. I had an incident. Pedro was just hit. Cherry was hit. People were being extorted. That was put up there as far as docs. And Real Talk with Roy was doxed. And Lisa Surley is the person that doxed him to corporate. So everything that he said, he was doxed, and it's going to be for his own reason also. So let's watch and listen to what he said and see if these things don't apply to him. And then I'm going to break down more about what he said. Let's go ahead and watch this.
The more they're gonna use you. It's just like the fake gig news channel. That bullshit. He's the biggest Karen. To be honest with you, he's the biggest Karen of all of them. He just goes under the guise that he's the gig news channel, and he's all up in everybody's business. And then I saw his little live stream complaining that he was doxxed and all this other bullshit. What do you expect? Get out of other people's business, and motherfuckers wouldn't be all up in yours. That's the problem. You all up in everybody's business. Stay out of their business, and they won't be in your business. So you can't cry about it. At the end of the day, you can't really cry about it. If you're the one all up in everybody's business, they're going to sooner or later involve themselves in your business. It's just common fucking sense.
Now, let's go ahead and get him. Let's go ahead and get Roy really quick. Let's go ahead and get him. Everything that Roy said, that's him. Okay? Everything Roy said, that is him right there. Roy said, you got the fake news. It's not fake news, Roy. You also were commenting on the no bumper thing. Well, it seems like Pedro's the calm one. You're watching my series, and that's real. Your thing with you getting fired, it's real. It's not fake news. You ain't saying nothing about my top 5s about DoorDash, me doing stuff about tipping and everything. All that's not fake news. You're not talking about Tony Isles is fake news. So this is you just talking shit. Let's just go ahead and just keep it way real. Okay, and he said the fake news. He writes around saying that to be in everybody's business. No, I came in here to be a news channel, just like you watch Vlad TV, No Jumper, Academics. You watch all these things. Are news channels. They're all news channel. All the smoke, Gil's Arena, everything. They're all news channels. G. We talk about everything. Talk about everything, Roy. All news channels. And as long as I'm bringing it like the news and bringing it with doing my investigative journalism, that is the news, Roy. And it's not fake news. And I'm not masquerading around to be involved in everybody's business because, like you said, Roy, we got these dumbasses putting it up on the internet thinking ain't no one going to see it. You said that yourself. So once again, what are you? You're just talking out of your ass now. And you were giving your opinion. I'm giving my opinion with the facts, though. A factual opinion. Okay? You said if you want to know, it's him. He's the Karen. He's the real Karen. I'm not a Karen, Roy. I'm just reporting news. You were just butthurt because something you did is a teachable lesson. You did something that people can learn from and not do. It's a teachable lesson. Teachable. You also said, well, you did something to get yourself doxxed. You went on there crying about getting doxxed. First of all, I was not crying about getting doxxed. We played Here's how it went, people. We went over 4 or 5 videos on doxing and cyberbullying, and then we were going and making comments about the video when it was done. Now, it came into where we had situations to where we were involved in. Myself, George, we brought up everybody, and Roy was also doxxed. He got fired because he put himself out there, and he said, well, if you put yourself out there and you get doxxed, then deal with it. You put it out there. You put yourself out there purposely saying, you guys want to see a delivery? You doxed yourself, and that was the dumbest thing to ever do. So you doxed yourself willingly. That's what you did. Okay. Now, let me tell you guys why I got doxed. And he said it's my fault why I got doxed. He said I was involved in someone else's business. I was doing a show with Eli Mellis, and I did not want to listen to the people saying don't do the show. Once I was doing the show, they were talking bad about me and all that. And someone's voice, I said, that's probably a fat person. I said, you must be fat. And guess what? They never showed their face, and they came back and said, and guess what? I am fat. I'm going to show you I am fat, and watch this. And then they went and pulled up, went and doxed me because I actually didn't lie. And they were telling me you can't say fat. You shouldn't say fat. They got mad because I'm a trainer and everything, and I give you the proper terms. That's why I was doxed for saying that you must be fat because of the way you were talking to me. You don't know me and all this other stuff. And I'm just doing a show with someone who you don't like. So now you're going to do this to me. That's why I was doxed. Roy, you were doxed because you did it to yourself. You talked shit to Bob Bradley. He put the link on now so everybody to see. Lisa certainly hates your guts. He got it. He called Domino's after you already know the customers did that too because of what you said. You told them to go check the app and everything. You did that. And Lisa Surley actually called corporate, let them know, let them see the video, and let them do everything. And you were doxxed. You got yourself doxxed. What up, Cruising Dasher? You got yourself doxxed, Roy. So it's a completely different thing. But like you said, if you put yourself out there and you get doxxed, that's all on you. So quit being so butthurt. You got doxxed too. We weren't crying. Now, George Hulk Smash was really upset. Really upset. That's why, and he said he's not going to go into the VA to do the counseling because on the show, he got it all the way out. Now, Real Talk with Roy, let me also tell you this. The VA that he goes to and his counselors that work with him, they have my channel on the file and they watch my channel to make sure he's not watching things that are terrible, that can make him do bad things. My channel was cleared with the VA for him and his safety for counseling, Roy. A lot of you guys ain't never even knew that. So it was no one crying. He had something to talk about, and the person that said something, there's a couple, are right here on the internet. So we had to talk about that, Roy. Go ahead and get your facts straight. And he didn't even bring you up for getting doxxed. Neither did I, Roy. So go ahead, take a seat back and quit being butthurt because when it comes down time for the customer's tip before the service is done, you did something that will make them not want to tip before. And the gentleman had to ask you, do you have my change? Which means to him, it seemed like you were going to walk away with his change. That's why you were part of that. And I did not purposely pull you out to put you in. I played the first 5, Roy. You were involved in a teachable lesson. You were involved in a teachable lesson. So don't be mad, Roy, about, man, what I was up there. Just be thankful that you did something, you have some experience, and now you can teach someone what not to do. That was the purpose of that video to one of my dashers right here, a white albino guy. Come on, Roy. Come on, Roy. You don't do that, man. Come on, Roy. You don't do that, Roy. You don't do that. You're crying about something that was teachable. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You always say where you came from and what you did, and you teach people on that stuff. You tell people, do it like this, do it like that. If something happens, you give teaching lessons and lectures. But something that can really help someone's business out that you screwed up on, you don't want to give them that information to help them not do what you did. Well, I don't care if you don't want to. I'm a news channel and it's news. And I wasn't the first person to see it. Bob Bradley already put it all the way out, and Lisa Certainly spread it out before I even got it. You even said that and admitted to that. So stop being so butthurt about something you did. He's the fake news. He's the real Karen. No, you're mad because your teachable lesson is something that's not going to go away. If we're talking about gig work and talking about what not to do because this can happen, you are going to be brought up as an example. Pedro and No Bumper will be brought up as an example, what not to do. I did my top 5 on drivers. Do not fight with the merchants, customers, or other drivers in the place of business. I just put that on my top 5. You didn't say nothing about that top 5, like that was a good top 5. Coincidentally, after that top 5, they have that happen inside the Papa John's. So I guess it's fake news, Roy, that the things I say are actually happening. Like the AR rate doing this, them kicking drivers off, making driver. I guess everything I've said is it's all been fake, but it's all actually happening right now. So take that fake ass news shit and throw it out. Throw it on out, Roy. I bet at this delivery job, Roy, you ain't gonna film yourself walking up saying and doing all that to a customer. I guarantee you won't. You may say, well, yes, I will. I'll do it again. I guarantee you won't, because remember, Roy, when you got so upset that people were trying to bring me in and you felt the pressure, you were crying on camera, telling people, leave Reese alone, and you were crying on camera about that. You felt a certain way. So I know for a fact you're not going to do that again. So that is a teachable video, so other drivers won't do it. If it made you cry and you're not going to do it again, then that's a lesson so someone else can, hey, I ain't going to do that again. So don't call me a Karen because you were used to help people do something good. Now, if I were using you to help people do something bad, that's another issue. That never happened, Roy. So don't call me a Karen and all this other stuff because of that. And I'm the one that said Real Talk with Roy had a very huge part in the Pedro DoorDash Santiago docu-series. Him and No Bumper, the king of St. Louis, because without Roy's platform, I would have not been able to ask Pedro all those questions. I will be asking him now with getting no answers. Real Talk with Roy played a big part, and I pumped his channel up, told people to go ahead and watch. If you go ahead and look at that video right now, it has over 300 some views. Go look at the other one Roy was getting. That I was telling people, go ahead and watch. They went to go watch that video. I was telling people, if you want to hear some real talk, I was telling people, if you want to hear some real talk, you want to hear some things that make perfect sense, you want to hear it straight, you want to hear it all the way like that, go check out Real Talk with Roy. Pub in your channel. Doing that. I do that, Roy. I give credit where it's due. I don't go cry and get butthurt. You know what I do? I go get facts. I get my points. I get my opinion, and I go create a video. And you guys go and watch it. That's what I do, Roy. So shame on you for not living up to your size and your image. And shame on you for not living up to saying that if you put yourself out there, you deserve to get doxxed. So you deserve to get doxxed and get fired from Domino's because you doxed yourself. You put it out there, and you should not be crying and complaining because it happened. Those were your words. And you were crying on camera about it. It's crazy, Roy. Crazy. You want to fact check yourself? Well, also I said, so I did not say the Papa, well, I said the Papa John's, but I also said the pizza parlor. And reading Rainbow, moderators, if you are a moderator, do work on reading Rainbow. They were on Torps yesterday making fun of the stutter, and I have to go ahead to let people know I stutter, I do it. There's a lot of people that are afraid to speak. A lot of people can't do a docu-series and be the news because of their speech impediment. I do this as power and light to show them that don't be afraid. Don't let nobody hold you down. You can do it too. That's a positive message. And I'll tell you this, if you had it, you would not do public speaking the way that I do. I public speak and I do it to prove people wrong. And also I do it so if anyone says that you're lying because you stutter, it throws it all the way out the window. What's up, Dashing with John? Great channel, people. Check out Dashing with John, people. He's getting it. He's over to 500. He's moving on 600 subs. He's going to hit that 1,000 up. Go check it out. Go check out his video, $1,000 a week on DoorDash, tips and tricks. Go watch that video out. Check it out. Tell him I sent you over there. Leave a comment. It's a really, really great video. Can a moderator do work on reading with Rainbow, please? Okay, he's hidden. Yeah, well, you could, yeah. The reading Rainbow, did you hit him or just remove the comment? Okay, I'm gonna unhide later. Just kick him out the show. Well, I gotta do it back later. It's already hidden, so leave it there. But after, so reading Rainbow, I'll give you one more chance because I take that very, very serious. I take that very, very serious simply because it's an issue that people get made fun of all the time. People who are special needs have the issue also. They get put down all the time. I did an episode with all the special needs people in the other community, had them speak about it, and they all agreed. So I do it because there's not a person that really likes to stand up and say I'm doing it for the rest of us. That is what I do. So I do it for that. And whoever else don't agree with that, oh well. I do it for people that are afraid to do what I do because I have a speech impediment. If you love the fact that I do this for other people who are afraid to speak and I'm showing them that they can, and look, people that have told me, thank you, I'm doing it more because of watching you. Leave a thumbs up in the chat. Don't hate on that. That's real love and real talk. Leave a thumbs up in the chat. Leave a thumbs up in the chat for that. But reading Rainbow, I don't have a channel like the ones you go on to where you can just sit and do all that stuff. You know, there's things that happen in real life to where we just check that and nip it in the bud. You can go do that somewhere else. Now, what I can do, if I wanted to, I can go right here and I can actually here on StreamYard, I can hit this, put user in timeout, delete comment, star comment. I can ban user and delete comment, which means that in order for you to come back, you're going to have to use a different device, not just make a new account. So understand, I can do that to you straight from here. All right. So I'm just letting you know. I am just letting you know. So it is what it is. And I'm going to just delete it here. I'm going to let you slide once. I'm going to let you slide once. But real talk with Roy, that was for you, man. Everything you said, you were pretty much talking about yourself. And don't get butthurt, man. Don't get butthurt. Pedro's put up things about me. A lot of people have. Flex has. You were joining in on stuff. You did a lot of that stuff too, Roy. Look, I don't get butthurt. Like Torp said, in order to do what I do, I gotta have a thick set of skin, man. You from a biker gang. You live in Vegas in the desert in the heat. I know your skin is thick. Just show it a little bit more. Now, next person on the hot seat. No Bumper TV. Can you go to the video? Oh, and this is for Pedro right here. Pedro, the title of my video is Pedro's plea before he calls the police. You didn't say nothing about my title about that video. But you want to say I didn't make it seem like that. Well, why would my title of my video be that before you even did that part? Come on now. Come on, Pedro. You gotta be smarter than that, G. Let me see this here. I'm gonna go to my video that I put up, the one I'm talking about there. Pedro's plea before the police. Let me see. Here it is here. Let me do this. I'm going to go to the comment section on this. No bumper. No bumper. This is for you, and these comments are going to be in the next in episode 8 of episode 8 of the first docudrama series of the gig economy, starring Pedro DoorDash Santiago, No Bumper TV, and Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Okay, the first docu-series that is titled The King of St. Louis. Okay, these will be in episode 8 of this, people. Episode 8. We don't know how many episodes this is going to be, but as of right now, I got 13 episodes in my podcast with Eli. Let's see if they beat my 13 episodes with Eli. If you guys think this series, The King of St. Louis, is going to surpass 13 episodes as we're my successful podcast with Eli dropped off, leave a number 1 if you think it'll pass 13 episodes. Leave a number 2 if you think it's not going to pass 13 episodes. That's what John says. I wish I got in a WWE beef. It helped him. He's ahead of me. Yeah, he got up there by doing this. I cover it, and also too, so he's gaining subs. He's gaining subs and everything else. Thank you for that participation, Dashing with John. He's gaining subs. He's getting off of it, and he's throwing shots at me because he sees what it is. So he's getting more of that stuff. He's working it out. But John, your pace is rock solid. I'm gonna read these comments, and if you guys want to open up an extra tab, you guys can see that these are actual real comments from the series here. This one has come from Bob Bradley, someone that helped document Roy, that doxed Roy. He says, just a dasher. Okay, let me go ahead and do this. Just a dasher wanting to confront Pedro about the glitch. To be honest, I think Pedro and a few others have a price on their head for screwing others in their market. I don't blame them if someone was taking money from me. I think I would connect first and ask questions later. That was Bob Bradley. So, Bob Bradley saying get in contact with the man first. No Bumper TV. I'm gonna give you the reality, and also check out the poll that I put up. I do my own research. I don't need you to say, well, this is a lie. As long as I can put up a poll to get stats on, and especially when the poll goes over 100 views, that is a successful poll question. You were at 18%. And Bull City Dasher was at 63% of the vote as 101 votes as the best up-and-coming gig tuber. You were at 18%. He's running away with that. So let's bring that reality to you right there. No Bumper TV. There were a few people under you there. Major Deliveries had 11. And I know PJ Gig Hustler had a few votes in there also as far as percentage, but Bull City Dasher was running away. This is what Bob Bradley said. Now, this comes from Asher the Dasher. It's just another Dasher disaster story of me, I, the greatest food handler in my market. That's why it's titled, people, as a docu-drama series, The King of St. Louis. Man, I am the first person to bring a complete docu-drama series to the gig world, and it won't be the last. We got this one from the Mic Drop BBQ. Now, this is another gig worker. So No Bumper TV, figure out who the Mic Drop BBQ is. The best rideshare channel in all of the gig world. Goes over everything, helps you fix your cars, teaches you positivity, teaches you how to get private clients and everything else. Goes over everything. Bring your plate, bring a Tupperware. Don't be eating off nobody else's plate, and don't drink out of nobody else's cup. These are people who have a huge influence in the gig game. Now, let me also tell you this, No Bumper TV. My videos in this series, they are being suggested with the rideshare professor, the rideshare guy. They are being put on Jesse Lee Peterson's. It's showing me all of the content suggested on, and they're all up there like 15-16% on all of these high-end channels. It's being featured on Pedro's. They're on Bentley Coupes, your driver. It shows the suggestions on where they're being suggested on. So your channel and your name is being put in front of many people who watch this whole thing. So these opinions and things that are coming out, you got to pay attention to if you're really trying to make it and grow. Now, Mike Drop BBQ left this one, and he left a 3-paragraph, thing too. He always does. Let me read what Mike Drop BBQ had to say. Laughing my ass off. Dude really trying to build his content around Pedro? Just add him to the list of about 50 other DoorDash YouTubers doing the same thing. When you have no YouTube content, they all use the same method. Put Pedro in all of your videos, laughing out loud. Now, No Bumper TV replied to this, people. He replied to this. Chess, not checkers. One of the best actors in the game. That's why Milli Vanilli is showing right there. Girl, you know it's true. Oh, 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 I love you. Fake ass group. Now, check this one out. J-Rog 2175. Now, I like Pedro's content, but this other guy is a clown. He is piggybacking off of successful creators like Pedro and Robert Reese to build up his views. Stop giving this guy a platform off of y'all's name. I am really starting to think this is a scripted beef. And it actually is. No Bumper people just went on yesterday to make comments on these. No Bumper TV put laughing emojis there. If he does that inside my chat, Jeffrey will kick him out. So he knows where to do it at. He knows how to respect my channel. And he ain't gonna come here in this chat and put up subscribe to No Bumper TV because people are doing it based upon what I'm doing. He ain't gonna disrespect me how he did Torp like that, because as you want to know, No Bumper TV, I've been covering it, and I can spin the narrative off of things you were doing, just like on your picture on here is from your video with you smoking the weed going to drop off the order. That was part of my top 5 of things drivers should not be doing, and you just did that. So I can put that out there. I can put out you're using all the accounts, you're smoking weed when you're doing deliveries. I can make it seem like that. And then there's questions that can be in there, but we all know you're a softie. We see your daddy side. You're a softie. So just think about that image there. Dashing with John is doing such a great job on getting up to a start. There's better ways to get hot than start beef. Stand on your own content that will shine through. That's what I did. News, articles, what's going on all around the United States, doing everything before I decided to go into the Hollywood gig news to add that in. You got to do what you got to do. Now, No Bumper TV, I gave you a hint. Go to Social Blade so that when you start talking out of your mouth about people and their numbers and what they're doing, go to Social Blade first. It's like a sports guy going to the basketball reference, the NFL, NBA, the hockey, the same one that the sportscasters use on TV. Social Blade is our official reference. Go there, type up the content creator's name, and you can search them on every platform that they're on. So go ahead, type it up before you start opening your mouth because you sound dumb. And then I'm an actual news source, so I'll bring it out and make it seem like you don't know what the hell you're talking about. No Bumper TV. So let's keep the acting going on with this docu-drama series. Show up on Sunday with Pedro, do the interview, act like nothing happened, sniff his butt so he can sniff yours back. Because both of you guys are not clowns. Remember, we ain't clowns, man. You know that. So Sandlot, get it together. Now he put no bumper TV right here to say sub to no bumper TV. You ain't got to do all that, G, but that's your advertising. I'm gonna leave it up right there. I want to see you try to do that here. I want to see you try to post up your own link here and see if that goes. You probably won't do it because you understand where my presence is in all of the gig world. It's just not meant for just this group. I get around to the whole gig community. So you are figuring that out, and you are not a dummy. You're not gonna mess that up because you mess it up with me. You're not Pedro. Pedro has positive Pedro, petty Pedro, hoodie Pedro. Right now he has scary Pedro, or we call this no smoke Pedro. He's got these different things that people already are attached to. You don't have anything yet, so don't blow it before it starts. All right, don't blow it before it starts. I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna go to another video to get some comments off of these. Let me see. Let's go to. All right. Let me go to this one right here. All right. I'm gonna read this one. Danny's delivery. I thought Pedro didn't work on the weekends. That's about Pedro there. So Pedro just said in this video that that he doesn't do fake content. People. So acting is all what's in here. Torp is making comments here. Now I want to get to this one from the Mic Drop BBQ. It's a long one. Okay. Sounds like a dude trying to get YouTube money, in my opinion. Going viral, holding a camera in his hand in the middle of a fight, argument, man to man. Come on now. When somebody got a camera, they're looking for content. Folks tired of working and thinking YouTube is the key to success. Why would a dude in a real fight walk up with a camera in his hand recording for content? Man, this YouTube game is getting desperate. Real talk. We went from content creation to trying to fight somebody over being a better delivery person. And that's a question mark there. This shit is comedy, man. Pure comedy. Think about it. Pedro needs to watch out because I think he's being used for content. Everybody knows Pedro. So to have I had a fight with Pedro video will gain views, and folks don't know it. We ain't stupid. It's all for videos, and it ain't real man-to-man level shit. This is for video views because a real man would talk with no camera in their hand. It says, wait. It says because a real man would talk. Maybe he was trying to say a real man would not talk. Well, it says a real man would talk with no camera in their hand just to post content. Dude getting tired of delivering and now want to piggyback somebody to get possible YouTube money. And that's crazy right there because the YouTube money is not going to come because he ain't monetized and he ain't doing nothing to get no watch hours up. Well, he's got a couple of videos, but he needs 4,000. Mic Drop BBQ also added this one in. Ain't nothing wrong. It says, ain't nothing wrong with saying this is a driver in my area. We do it all the time as creators. For somebody to trip on that apparently thinks they're going to become the star of a show by being on Pedro's channel. This whole thing is stupid, man. Real talk. The more I hear about it, the more whack this shit is sounding. Laughing out loud. Pedro needs to just walk away and not even deal with this dude. Okay. Nonstop active. Said, if you call that getting pressed, Reese, you got pressed. My situation was different. I'm filming. They're coming up. They're filming also. No one touched me. My camera went down. The police was already called. And it was during Black History Month. I want to make sure that this black dude was not going to be put on the news and make himself look like a complete idiot about a whole bunch of other stuff. But I said my thing. And I challenged that guy to do it again so he can get smashed out. And he said he's not going to do it when I asked him to do it again. But that was a completely different situation. No one came up to me talking about, do you want to fight? If someone came up to me saying, do you want to fight? Then we about to fight. This dude came up saying he wants to be famous. Complete difference. This dude is saying, you don't want to fight me. Cerebus said, how old is Pedro? He seems to always refer to high school a lot. Pedro is 42 years old. Hassan Fiker, you're way too excited about this. I'm not too excited, man. That's emotion. That's passion. That's how I get my story out. And check this out. On this one right here, Pedro was not bringing that big tough guy to the table when I was asking him all these questions. Real Talk with Roy, and that is on Real Talk with Roy. So got that for you there. No bumper TV. But part five is gonna be something great. Ricky Moss, don't go to jail, Robert. Been to jail, done that. Most people have been handcuffed and shit like that. It's not a fun place to go to, but when you got in there, you got to stand on what you got to do. You got to demo that. But I'm not going to put myself to go back up in there. And that's what Pedro is not going to do, which is why if it escalates and he's around his kids and everything else like that, because Pedro, you know that gangsters, when you're with your family, you get a pass. When you're with your family, you get a pass. So that won't happen. If he pulls up to your house, you go call the police, G. You're going to call the police, okay? You are going to call the police. Now, I got something right here. Insert Mr. Flex, okay? Insert Mr. Flex. I did a video 5 months ago about chemtrails. And do you guys believe in weather control and everything? Today, Flex did the exact same video. The exact same video. I'm going to play the video because he's in the hot seat too. I'm going to play the video, his, and then play my video. And let's see that Flex just go steal my stuff to make content for himself. He really doesn't do shorts or anything, and he put it on the short. So, Mr. Flex, you were on the hot seat, people. Watch this. Tell me what you think, because I think it's hilarious.
So what do you guys think? Are we being sprayed with condensation, or are we actually being sprayed by some kind of a chemical? What do you guys think?
I love them chemtrails. He's going vertical. He's going vertical. You gotta love them chemtrails though. Sending them off. He went all the way up. He went all the way vertical first. Now he's leveling out.
Is it happening right now?
They crop dusting us.
Any clips today?
Weather control, people. Weather control at its best. Now I ended my video there, so I didn't go on, and I ended Flex's a little bit earlier. Also, the difference is I'm using softer music, and he's using that, you know, that kind of soft rock, alternative rock. He's using that, but you see, to start off, the exact same thing and asking the exact same question. So my thing is, Flex, my video was 5 months ago. Were you scrolling through my channel and did you decide to go ahead and steal a video and do it the exact same? Now, people, it's his own video that he shot, so it's all the way fair use. It ain't no copycat. We all have seen stuff like that. I just think it's ironic that he did the exact same video. And if that was not planned, Flex, then that means you have a lot in common with me, more than what you think. So you come clean, or you might be a friend with Reese deep down inside. Okay, all you Mr. Flex people, go ahead and let them know. Be like, man, Reese just showed him side by same video, Flex, same video. No Bumper TV has a video of there's a guy in a restaurant and he's filming his plumber's crack. He says, you know, the crack kills thing. I have 1 in 5 guys when I go and I do the crack kills video too. No Jumper TV. You got something in common with Reese too. You're thinking about content and what's funny right there. I get that. Guys, watch your cracks though. Watch your cracks. We're shooting it for content because it was funny, but just watch your cracks, man. Watch your cracks. We got that going on. So, real talk with Roy. No Bumper TV. Mr. Flex. People, we got the first docu-drama series in the gig world titled The King of St. Louis. Go ahead and check it out. The playlist is up here on Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Start off on episode 1, get caught up to episode 7, and be waiting for episode 8 to drop because it is dropping. The craziest thing is, because it's a series and I have them leveled like this, some of them are actually being featured on Hannibal's that he's doing the thing with the mayor. They're actually being featured or suggested on his videos also with those. So it's crazy that this series that is actually going on is something that people are really watching and paying attention to, because it could be all the way real news. It could be all the way fake in a script and a plot. But we all do know this, that if you put your thought and effort into making content to do this, it's real content. It's just fake. We got fiction and nonfiction, people. Which one is it going to be? All I'm saying is this, people, do what you got to do out there. Get your thing going on and make sure it's right. You don't want to end up on a hot seat. You end up on a hot seat, I'm going to go ahead and get things done for you. And everything else there. Make sure you get that hot crew, $9.99. Let me go ahead and work for you. I do editing and video content better than most of you guys out there. So when it comes down time for me doing an ad, it's going to be better than the ad that you do, because you don't know how to do that stuff. Obviously, because you will be doing it. I'm going to be doing collabs with all your shorts, everything, throwing you out, putting you in, and getting it all cracking, just like that. And also look out for the panel I'm going to have with the amazing hustler Dennis. I'm going to try to get the dashing investor in myself, and I'm going to try to reach out to a few more people to get on there. I don't want to have 10 people on the panel. I want to have from 4 to 6 people up there. So I'll be reaching out to Dashing with John also. His channel was brand new. So for us to speak about business, ethics, and things around, the United States society and things like that, it'll be a better way for people to understand who he is as a content creator, and get them to like to subscribe off of just watching someone go and pick up deliveries and drop them off. So I'll be reaching out to him and maybe a couple more people to go ahead and get this done. I do know that the amazing hustler Dennis is already in. He's already agreed. I will be appearing on his channel also, like I did last night. I will be appearing on more of his panels when we're speaking about things. And he asked me, did I want to go on his channel to be an expert news source because of what I do, people. When you do what you do and people are going and checking out your work and it's all real, they will invite you to be featured on their channel, which will help me out also. He now went from a 9,000 subs to almost 12,000 right now. So he's in a positive move working like that. And he has asked me to be an expert news analyst for his channel for whenever he needs me on there to go over certain things. So I cannot wait to get on there. He knows how to articulate himself. He kicked somebody else off the panel last night for not having enough energy and speaking like, all that stuff I say. He kicked somebody off of the panel last night for doing that. And there you go. So I love that. He wants it there. When I was watching, he had about 80 people in his live chat. After I got on there for the whole hour, it went up to over 215 people were watching. He mentioned that during the live. He said, dang, you got me in here with over 200 people in this thing, because people were talking about real life, real things and giving real insights and real facts and real knowledge. People were listening to thinking that, dang, HotFacts is really deep. He knows exactly what he's talking about, and he has his points and everything. So it brought more people into the live, and I was up there for about an hour, and it went from 80 something to being up there to over 200 people in, with people engaging with us back and forth on the chat the whole time. We were speaking about Orange County and blacks in Orange County and violence and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I cannot wait to do that again as the news expert analyst over on his show, and that's going to be great. That's going to be great. And you know, he told the people we had something going on. He tried to do a beef with me because he saw that Pedro and I had something going on. He saw that I can't do that with HotFacts. It's much different. This dude is really doing what he's doing. He did a video and apologized. I told him he didn't even have to, because it really he didn't do nothing, like no bumper or nothing. You know, he was just, you know, trying to get some more views and stuff. And he apologized. We dapped that up. We crossed that bridge, and there was no drama, was no beef. And we got that going on, and now we are going to be collaborating on each other's panels and shows, and it's going to be great. So thank you, Dennis, for doing that. I'll be over there, and he will be over here. I'm going to be reaching out to a few more content creators so we can get this thing planned, so that you can actually speak and give out, you know, your info, your information, your expertise, your knowledge, your learning lessons that someone can learn from, and then put it down. I don't want to have people up there to where there's a learning lesson and it's something that they did and they get butthurt and start arguing with everybody on the panel because it's something that they did. I don't want that up on the panel at all. I want people up there who are growing their channels out. They're getting their subs, their views every day. People are actually coming to look for them to watch. And they're doing that through HotFacts. So if their names are up there, people will come and watch. The people that are already subscribed to them will come on over and check it out. So it's another way for everybody else to gain more exposure. Remember, promotion, promotion, promotion. Anything that you are not doing yourself and you see that someone is trying to bring you in on it to help you out, don't be afraid to hop in. Just do some research, get some information in, see if that dude is really good with this stuff. Check out all my interviews, my podcast, check all that stuff out, people. It's really in. We really got it going on. Without further ado, people, we out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. People, welcome to the first episode of The Hot Seat. The next one is coming soon. We out of here.